Hello everyone, myself Dr. Jyoti Ganguly, Assistant Professor of Zoology, KTHM College Nasik. Students, we are continuing the chapter that is Clinical Pathology, and today we are going to discuss on the topic liver function test. So, the liver function test, here the liver enzyme test, formerly called the liver function test, or it is denoted as capital LFTS. So that is liver function test. So the liver enzyme test, which is formerly the liver function test, are a group of blood tests that detect inflammation and damage to the liver. So which going to detect the amount of damage of liver cells. So the liver function tests are group of blood tests that give information about the state of patient's liver. So, these tests include prothrombin time, that is we say that again PT, again albumin, bilirubin that is direct or indirect bilirubin, and other tests or other enzymes. Now, the liver transaminase are the transaminase such as AST, that is HGPT or HGOT, and they are useful biomarkers of liver injury in a patient with some degree of intact liver function. So, most liver diseases cause only mild symptoms initially, but these diseases must be detected early. So, hepatic, that is the liver involvement in some diseases, can be crucial importance or have main importance. So, this testing is performed on the patient's blood sample. So, some tests are associated with functionally, examples such as albumin, or some with cellular integrity, that is examples such as transaminase, and some with the conditions linked to the biliary tract, that is gamma glutamyl transferase and alkaline phosphatase. Or here the several biochemical tests, they are useful in the evaluation of management of patients with hepatic dysfunction. So this test can be used to detect the presence of liver disease. Again, distinguish among different types of liver disorders. Then here judge the extent of known liver damage and follow the response to the treatment. So some or all of these measurements are also carried out on these individuals taking certain medications such as again anticonvulsants. So to ensure the medication are not damaging the person's liver. The tests such as the first test is alanine transaminase. So here you can see also here the test such as alanine transaminase. So this test, that is this is an alanine transaminase is an enzyme that helps to process proteins. So such a alanine transaminase an enzyme or is a protein that helps to speed up the chemical reaction. So various enzymes occurs in the cell in the body. So the large amount of such a alanine transaminase occur in the liver cells when the liver is injured or inflamed. So the blood level of ALT, that is alanine transaminase, usually rises, usually increases or shows a more concentration. So this is what about the alanine transaminase or denoted as capital ALT. Now the second test, that is aspartate aminotransferase or denoted as capital AST. So this is another enzyme usually found inside the liver cells. when a blood test detects high level of this enzyme in the blood, it usually means the liver is injured in some way. So liver cells, they get damaged in some way. So however, such a aspartate aminotransferase can also be released if heart or skeletal muscle is damaged. So for this reason, such a aspartate aminotransferase is usually considered to be more specifically related to liver problems. Now, after that, the another enzyme, that is alkaline phosphatase, or such an enzyme occurs mainly in the liver cells next to the bile duct and in the bone. So the blood level is rises in some types of liver and bone diseases. So suppose the victim or the patient which suffer from either bone problem or either liver problem. So in that victim's report, blood report indicates that the increase in the concentration of such a alkaline phosphatase. Now the next enzyme is the albumin. So albumin is the main protein made by the liver and it circulates in the bloodstream. So the ability to make albumin is affected in some type of liver disorder. So a low level of blood albumin occurs in some liver disorders. Suppose liver which get damaged, or in case of some disorders, in that case such a albumin which shows the lower concentration. So a low level of blood albumin occurs in some liver disorders. Now the another test, that is total protein test. So the total protein, or this measures the albumin and all other proteins in the blood. Now total protein followed by the next test, that is bilirubin test. So the bilirubin here this is the chemical or which gives bile or its yellow green color. So a high level of bilirubin in your blood will make you, that is, jaundiced. So bilirubin is made from hemoglobin. Here the hemoglobin is a chemical in red blood cells that is released when the red blood cells break down. So the liver cells take in bilirubin and attach sugar molecule to it. So this is then called conjugated bilirubin, which is passed into the bile duct. Again here we have, that is, types of bilirubin, that is conjugated bilirubin or unconjugated bilirubin. So the conjugated bilirubin here, a raised blood level of conjugated bilirubin occurs in various liver and bile duct conditions. So when it can also be raised with hepatitis, again in case of liver injury or long-term alcohol abuse. If suppose a person is continuously drinking alcohol, in that case also, here the conjugated bilirubin which shows increase in their concentration, in its concentration. So this is what about the conjugated bilirubin. Now the next type of bilirubin is the unconjugated bilirubin. So the unconjugated bilirubin, here a raised level of unconjugated bilirubin occurs when there is excessive breakdown of red blood cells. For example, that is hemolytic anemia. So the normal range of liver test can often vary between different laboratories. So it is not always possible to compare results directly if they have been taken at different places. So also the normal ranges of the values of liver test also are often different for again male or women. So usually in case of male or in case of female as well as children. Also all the what we say that the normal ranges of a particular, that is again what we say that starting from the cell count starting from again the CBC, again platelet and all these things, again sugar level, all these parameters, they get differ in case of male, in case of female, in case of children. So suppose the level of hemoglobin, it is that is near up to about 60% in case of male, as compared to female, where in case of female it is near about 40% up to 40%, and it is again different in case of children. So like that, the normal ranges of all the parameters in case of male or female as well as children, they are different. Now this is what all about the liver function test. Now the last topic of this chapter is the renal function test. So the renal function test may consist of up to 4 tests. That is the urine concentration test, then the creatinine clearance test, then calculation of the renal indices and the insulin clearance test. So these tests reflect glomerular filtration, tubular reabsorption, then renal blood flow and tubular secretion. So measurement of this separate kidney function assists in the determination of the origin and the degree of renal dysfunction and renal tissue destruction. So renal tissue destruction means the destruction of the kidney cells, destruction of the tissue of kidney. So here these tests are limited in their scope to detect early or mild renal disorders. So this is what all about the renal function test. And here we finish with the second chapter, that is clinical pathology. In that we are almost studying all the tests related to urine, related to blood. Okay, so in next lecture we see you with another or the next chapter. Okay, so thank you so much.